introducing to you Mastering Subsidiary ICT for A-Level, a competence-based theory and practical approach learners book 5. This book is for the aligned A-Level new curriculum. So the book is finally complete for senior 5s to start using. So from today, we can start making orders of this very book and learning can progress. So when you look at the syllabus, for example, we are looking at topic 3, computer hardware. This comes with the competence. The learner performs routine services on computer hardware to ensure its optimal functionality and performance. So you will realize that the aligned A-level curriculum is competence-based, and now here we are saying the learner performs routine service on computer hardware to ensure its optimal functionality and performance. When you look at the old syllabus, it has the learning outcome that the learner should be able to use and describe the functions of common hardware devices. So this means that with the aligned curriculum, the competence is far better than the old curriculum. So here we are having learning outcomes like the learner should be able to classify hardware components, explaining their functions. Then we have suggested learning, suggested teaching and learning activities, and they are here. Then we also have another learning outcome with its suggested teaching and learning activities, and not forgetting the sample assessment strategies. But when we come to the old curriculum, we had subtopic, competence, content, teaching and learning strategies. This is where now the difference comes. When it comes to the new aligned A-level curriculum, it is now aligned to the lower secondary curriculum, which is also competence-based. So it is from this very syllabus that I came up with this very book, Mastering Subsidiary ICT for A-Level, a competence-based theory and practical approach, learners book 5. So this is the very book for senior 5 for the aligned A-Level curriculum. This is my contact. This is my email in case you need to grab a copy of this very book. How is the book arranged and organized? So the book starts with table of contents, of course, the titles and the rest. From there, you can use the table of contents from topic 1 up to the last topic of senior 5, Introduction to ICTs. If I click on Introduction to ICTs, here we go to Introduction. You come to the Introduction of ICTs. Here the book goes, Introduction to ICTs. This is Senior 5 Term 1. We look at those gadgets, the keywords, then the learning outcomes. The content of this topic and activities will enable you to explore the utilization of various ICT tools in day-to-day life, use digital tools to solve day-to-day life challenges, then create directories and use them to manage electronic files. We begin with the introduction to introduce what ICT is, why ICT is important. We are looking at all that. Then we proceed to explore various ICT tools. Then we begin with the first subtopic, World of ICTs. So now, when I go back, for example, to this topic, computer hardware, let me also take you to that topic of computer hardware. You look at how this topic has been organized. Computer hardware, topic 3. Here we go. The keywords are here. The learning outcomes are also well spelled out. Then from there, we begin with introduction. We bring out the introduction. By the end of this topic, you will explore how hardware components work, how to classify them, how to assemble a computer correctly, and how to maintain hardware for safe and efficient use. Why should you learn about computer hardware? Here I give some of the reasons and benefits. For example, a student in Uganda working on a group project connects a projector, mouse, flash drive, and speakers to the school computer to make a presentation. Knowing how these hardware components work together makes it easier to deliver the task efficiently. So from there, we bring some of the real common applications of hardware knowledge. So we bring all this to you, and then quick brainstorming activity. In pairs, list all hardware devices you have used or seen in school, at home, or in a cafe. Identify their roles, input, output, processing, storage, etc. Share your findings with the class. More to that, we begin hardware classification, where we expect input, output, or both, processing, storage, and all that. Now, when you look at the syllabus, the way it has been organized, that is how the content is also flowing. For example, if the syllabus is saying that learners work in groups to classify hardware devices, including input, output, storage devices, communication, and processing, here we are now classifying the hardware tools. Identifying and labeling various hardware components. Then from there, we bring input, output, then storage, communication devices. Then from there, we have an activity, hands-on hardware identification and labeling. This is how the book has been organized. Even it includes some reflection questions that can trigger a learner to understand more on that very topic. So please grab a copy of this very book. You should be able to take on the aligned curriculum very well. From topic 1 up to the last topic of senior 5, everything is within this very book. Because when you begin from the table of contents, everything you need is there. ICT literacy, what do we cover? All this. When it comes to computer file management, what is under file management? When we come to electronic presentation, what is there? So the book is full-fledged. You will also find that at the end of every topic, there is an activity of integration. So this is the end of electronic presentation. Here is an activity of integration and its task. Then from there, I also give out self-assessment questions. Then we bring out the chapter summary. In this topic, you have learned the following. Then we bring a new topic. At the end of the new topic, we also find an activity of integration. So here we go. This is another topic, word processing. And then at the end of it all, we also find an activity of integration. So the book has clear illustrations. The book has easy to understand language, and every learner should be able to use it and get the skills in line with the aligned competency-based A-level curriculum. So this is at the end of word processing. An activity of integration is there and some self-assessment questions, then chapter summary. From there, we go to another topic. So the book has been well arranged, well organized for your consumption. Then at the end of the book, you will find a number of key words that have been used in this very book. So this is the last topic, electronic spreadsheets in Senior 5. So at the end of the book, you will find all the keywords that have been used in this book at the end. And then from there, some of the references, etc. So briefly, that is the new book, Mastering Subsidiary ICT for A-Level, a competency-based theory and practical approach learners, book 5. So those are the topics that have been included in the new syllabus. Call me on these numbers 077 56 107 62 or WhatsApp me and see how best you can get a copy of this book, both in hard copies and soft copies. For hard copies, expect the price to be a bit higher because you have seen that the book has 274 pages. 274 pages because all the competencies in this book have been covered. All the competencies in the syllabus book for Senior 5 only have been covered. So please contact me and get your copy of this book. Remember also other copies are available for grab from Senior 1 to Senior 4. These copies are available. Contact me for those books. These other source for books, step-by-step guide, designing websites using Expression Web is available. For WordPress is also available. ICT Mastery, one of the best books that each candidate of S4 needs, is here. Then this book can be used also by Senior 5s and Senior 6s in their practical lessons. Then this is the newborn, which you need to grab, this very book. Up next, what is on the pipeline? By the end of next week, we should have a teacher's guide for the newly released learner's book. So by end of next week, the teacher's guide will also be ready. Next will also be for Senior 6, the same aligned A-Level curriculum, but for now, we can first concentrate on these two. That is the Learners Book 5, Mastering Subsidiary ICT for A-Level, Book 5, Learners Book. So continue subscribing to my YouTube channel and sharing it to more of your friends, colleagues, so that they keep benefiting from it. God bless.